I got myself a juice carton. It's very tasty. I wait for a few men to arrive before I start, since they would like probably to see the start of the case. We got my juice carton though. It's alright. Alright, mate. Let us Holmes. Is that pumpkin? Doink!
Holmes, you simply have to face up to it. You need to have a serious discussion with Kate about her origins.
I can't.
No more excuses. She will learn soon enough that Alice is leaving. This other hidden secret. She will not forgive you.
She does not need to know why.
No? So she will blame you for Alice's departure. Is that what you want?
No, I certainly... It's as Kate said, I always do the wrong thing where she's concerned.
Now look here. I'll take care of your case once we're back at Baker Street.
Cabby, why have we stopped?
The road to the square is blocked, sir.
Why?
There's been a bad road accident.
Oh, splendid.
Is that electricity? What's that guy wiggling?
We'd better hurry. There may be injured who need help.
Nope, that was just... yeah, let's do a bunch of detective drugs and not be bothered
His
by
pupils
it.
are constricted, but they are moving. He is still alive. He has stopped breathing. There's no heartbeat. I must act quickly to save him.
Contraceptive minigame? Oh, nice. Left, right, button. Left, right, button. Left, right, button. Left, right. I thought back in the day you would start with that massive slap before people found out that fractured most dudes' sternums. Shouldn't you be doing triage?
This man will live.
Instead of just jumping on the first man that possibly needs.
Don't just stand there. Do something.
Oh, we're doing that now. Ugh.
There are no wounds or injuries.
I'd better call for Watson.
That is electricity, I see.
Perhaps Holmes will
Somebody!
see this poor man.
Fuck.
Please move to a safer area, sir.
Wait! I would have died if not for you.
Can't lift it with my back.
fuck's sake, Holmes. Oh, someone became died in there. He seems fine. Guy over here is... Mate, you were fine.
Oh, thank you for saving me. Somebody!
I was gonna cut the man's leg off, but okay. Like a wanking machine. Hey, man, and Uniborn.
Thanks for your help.
Please help me. My leg.
My name is Dr. Watson. Let me examine you. No bones appear to be broken.
It hurts.
There's some extreme bruising. I think that an improvised bandage will do for now. One moment, and I'll fetch what I need.
Weird low
Now,
audio
let
quality.
me apply the bandage.
None of this. This is a splint. This is not a fucking bandage. You fucking.
Thank you, Doctor.
That's the wrong leg, Doctor.
Thanks for your help.
Thank you, Doctor.
What's that mean then? Burning horse. Sounds like a wanking machine.
Oh, my shoulder.
I'm a doctor. Will you allow me to look at your shoulder?
Yes?
Thank you for your help.
Didn't trap any nerves, hopefully.
I see no visible injury. I see no visible... Perhaps I could use ammonia.
Oh, my head.
Don't worry, I'm okay.
Ta-da! Acceptable casualties. A celebratory juice box.
Holmes, it appears the police have arrested someone. Perhaps it is the person responsible for this disaster.
That was
Let me go.
alright.
You're talking nonsense.
Insulting a police constable, eh? That's quite enough.
What's happening here, Constable?
Mr. Holmes,
Constable.
this gentleman here is the fellow who built the scaffolding which collapsed and caused this accident.
That ain't true. How were you hurt? This hammer hit me on the leg. How? It flew out from the scaffolding I put up. When the damn thing collapsed, the hammer flew out and coshed me leg.
You were standing over there at the time.
Oh, aye. Yeah, that's right.
So it would not have been possible for him to bring the scaffolding down, Constable.
Perhaps it was poorly constructed.
Oh, right. Yes, of course. And what made it fall? Perhaps it was you, waving around that rotten stick of yours.
You'll wind up getting a taste of it if you carry on like this.
One moment, Constable. The scaffolding here has been entirely dislodged. It is unlikely that this disaster could have been the fault of this gentleman. Allow me to inspect the area, and if you could possibly be of use, close off the surrounding section. Do not grant anyone access, nor allow them to leave. Is that quite clear?
Absolutely, Mr. Holmes.
I'm the boss here.
This accident is a little unusual. I need to concentrate on the details.
I must include all the participants in the accident sequence.
Well, 2 died, so Okay, so this is the overview. So I go around here and probably add things to it.
My poor leg.
Mr. Holmes?
What do you make of this accident, Holmes?
Now I've got bupkis.
This cab hit the scaffold and caused it to fall. A common fatum. An uncommon location. A dead driver. Another victim of the explosion.
A horse straight through the fucking window.
This horse was blinded by the flag, causing it to bolt into the window.
The overturned lamps may well have caused the fire and explosion.
Celebratory bunting.
Bunton. Mr. Blow Lamps thing.
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
No, you can't. Go away.
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
No.
Then punched
This
him.
jaunting car
Jesus
would be
Christ.
capable of traveling at great speed.
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
It all happened so quickly. There was an explosion, and my horse startled and threw me back against those wardrobes.
Might I ask you some questions regarding the
That's
accident?
alright.
It all happened so quickly.
This cab was set on fire by the explosion at the lamp shop. Celebratory bunting.
This cab hit the scaffold and caused it to fall.
Might not be able to get everything
Those
with 2
wardrobes
people
feel
dead.
like dominoes.
Good day to you, sir. Would you mind answering some questions? I'm investigating this accident. Are you the driver of this cart?
Yeah. I was transporting vegetables from my farm to the London market.
What can you tell me about the accident?
I don't know. There was a collision. I felt the ground. I come over all dizzy.
What did you collide with?
That contraption up in front of me. He stopped all of a sudden, and I tried to avoid him, but I wasn't quick enough.
Do you have any idea what might have caused this cab to stop so sharply?
No idea.
This technical cab was involved in this tragic accident. The old gas lamps in this square have been upgraded to electricity. I won't be able to release it with my bare hands.
Out go the fuses.
That's it.
Alright, blood.
An old sprung cart, which has seen better days.
This guy's leg looks a bit weird. Yeah, they call me the Defustinator.
This carriage was struck by the scaffold when it fell.
My poor leg.
Why is there melon on this guy's brain? It wasn't accidentally here. Is this the statue they keep putting a cone on top
This
of?
mechanism played a part of the accident, I'm sure of it.
Yes.
That's it.
Fucking axe.
The pumpkins fell here after the sprung cart collided.
One more thing I need to Google.
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
Please. Not now. I'm in shock.
Do you even know what that is, peasant? Played enough Cauldron to know that a pumpkin can in fact cause all this.
The driver is dead. He was killed by the explosion.
There's a Bindhees. There's a Bindhees. And over there's a Bindhees.
I've not seen a traffic accident like...
The rope holding the bunting was torn apart. A large section of it is now missing. The axe was catapulted by the scaffold and it landed here. I believe I've enough information about this accident. Now let's recreate the sequence of events.
Okay, so that falls over, makes this guy swerve, making this fall over, making that fall down, making this dude do his sudden stop, making this dude go over here, which bins this, that then bins this, and this he gets that, goes in there, makes explodey. Which makes that fall over and bin him. Yes.
I must include all the participants in the accident sequence. I don't think so. I should pay more attention to details.
Right, so this shit over here needs to happen first.
I must include all the participants in the accident sequence.
He also gets stuck in that, so that has to happen before that. What, so this fucking horse is already binned? What?
Include all the participants in the accident sequence.
Didn't I? Who'd I leave out? Okay, so what you're deducing in the chat is that there was no explosion, in fact, because it couldn't happen. There was instead someone else pushing very hard. Oh, the shop, I see. Which one of these first? No, why is that number one? Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh! Well, this guy actually came first, so...
I should pay more attention to details.
I think the top card at the top is supposed to be the first one. But I think this one's supposed to get binned by the explosion. Right, Adrian, mate. It threw me against those wardrobes. Oh, okay, so the explosion happens first? What? That makes no fucking sense. Because this is what knocks over that thing. And those are the wardrobes. Go ask him.
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
No, you can't. Go away.
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
It all happened so quickly. There was an explosion, and my horse startled and threw me back against those wardrobes.
So the explosion has to happen before that happens.
What a bloody carnage.
This is an absolute disaster.
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
Please. Not now. I'm in shock.
The cart that goes into the shop because the horse was blinded by those things. And those don't fall down until the tower has been knocked down. And the tower isn't knocked down until this guy runs in there because he's trying to dodge the guy. He's trying to dodge the guy that got electrocuted from this guy knocking this shit over. Maybe if we'd saved everyone, it might have been easier, yeah. Well, not no known reason. This doesn't happen until this falls over and they get electrocuted. None of this happens. This guy has to go in there and knock those over before anything happens. So I guess the explosion just happens for no reason. And then this happens. Then this guy goes over and stops. Then this guy gets spooked. Drops that shit. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I don't think so. I should pay more attention to details.
What I think is basically happening at this point is that either of these could have gone, either of these two could have gone first. Actually, no, I'm an idiot. This explodes. He dies. This guy goes. See, maybe Cyber. Maybe the card caused the explosion. See, the thing is, I don't know which of these go first. I'm assuming it's this one since it's further ahead.
No, it wasn't like that.
Oh, it wasn't, Holmes. Well, thank you. That's fucking useful. So... that falls down. This guy goes, then that guy goes, then this falls, then he falls, yes?
No, it wasn't like that.
Maybe the proper answer will make more sense if we'd saved everyone. We could have had a talk with the dude here and the guy that blows up in here. Let's have a walk around again, see if we can find any more. They got electrocuted. His wheel fell off, even though that seemingly is what happened here. This thing got binned by the tower, that's fine. But the thing is, do I activate these two that come from here at the same time? Since they technically do this at the same time, or do I just resolve one of them at a time? This is what I don't understand. Give me the solution then, Ember. Otherwise, it's just trial and error until we ask. Unless I want to try and go back and save those dudes. I don't think there's any more clues I could get. I guess I'll tab then. Could have just figured it. Done that myself. Fucker. Wait, what? That makes no fucking sense. Okay. So this does that. What? That makes no sense. So this guy decides to stop first for no reason, despite not being electrocuted. Then this asshole goes by. Actually, that kind of sort of makes sense because this guy didn't get sapped. They got sapped afterwards. Yeah, I guess. Okay, well. Then that happens, and here's the problem. Okay, so we were onto the right thing, that this thing happens first. That one happens before this one, but we have to resolve these two before we go and fuck around with their effects. And you would assume that the explosion would happen immediately after this guy crashes in there, but you gotta do this one first. So then that falls over. Then this explodes. Then this guy gets pinned after it's landed on him, after that explodes. Then this. Then this dude. Then this falls over. Then they get pinned. So I remember.
That's it. The
Jesus
technical
Christ.
cab's sudden halt caused this disaster, but the lamppost fell down afterwards. So why did the cab stop?
Can't really figure that out though. The dude is dead. Alright, it's Rivier. Yeah, the cart stopped for no reason, and I always assumed that that was because they got electrocuted and died. Kitty?
The tattoo. I suspect it's from a gang. This man was killed by electricity, as shown by the distinct mark on his hand. This man was armed with a revolver. Webley, I suspect.
He was wobbly.
There's a metal strapping. There's a metal strapping.
Electrical burn. It's so stupid you can see the actual result out here if you squint a bit. Something tattoo. Plagued knob and sturdy something.
Rasco. Yes, I know him. He's a small-time local criminal.
Gross.
A piece of fabric drenched in solvent. Some kind of solvent. A pneumatic hammer. Mud. Oof, smells bad.
Might be the jackhammer from before.
Some kind of salt.
So this means we need an item, I think. Wait, what? Not from the lamppost? Well, yeah, it was on their hands.
This crank has been turned.
He's doing that thing when you're in first person where he goes, "I'ma stare into the sky" after looking at a thing.
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
Please. Not now. I'm in shock.
Licorice and snuff and smoking and shit like that is like someone having a shit in your mouth. Basically. I don't know why you would replace any sort of taste in your mouth with either of those. Okay, so that guy's in shock. So he was electrocuted or electrified as well, but somehow survived. Hey, it's a thing. Maybe we can go get the pliers from here and use them again. No. What do you mean? There's no difference.
Might I ask you some questions regarding the accident?
Maybe
It
I need
all
to
happened
Holmes
so quickly.
sense.
There was an explosion and my...
What do you make of this accident, Holmes?
Oh, I'm not dead. I'm not dead. Let me out. So we need an item down here from whence we can get some paint bullshit off something else. Oh, I've got babkas. I'm missing an item here somewhere. Aha!
This cab was painted recently. There is some text underneath the paint here. Could be important. I'll need to find a way to remove this fresh paint.
Well, it's convenient that they have paint solvent then to take this off, and they didn't use the paint solvent on the text to remove it in the first place, and that's why they had it. It's very convenient.
Underground Electric Railways Company of London.
I can read. Maybe. Okay, so someone electrocuted them. So what's going on down there in that hatch, I wonder? Holmes' vision. Something in puddle. It's a manhole.
There is some electrical wiring here beneath the manhole.
I do enjoy the word manhole. I suppose that makes sense, Creedor. It's that guy that's mumbling just off screen in what's it called? Anachronox. Oh, nice. Oh boy, we fucking stepped up the ass now. This looks like a perfectly normal lock, though. Let's see if we can do it with a new one. A 1, 2 to 3 to 1. That would be a 3-1er here. I guess it would be a 1-3er. Does such a creature exist? Maybe. There it is. Get my 2-2. Boys, we are going to the ballet. The fuck is my 2-2? That's not a 2-3 though. I need a 2-2, but a 2-3 would work, I guess.
An open bottle of cheap wine.
K2 colon the
A single glass containing traces of alcohol.
and the time was passing as I said. Smoke on the water. Women are now allowed to smoke on pubic. The court declares today Magistrate Hedrox ruled that it is no longer a crime for a woman to smoke in a pubic area, in London at least. He then proceeded to discharge Mary Townsend, Gross, Edna Custer, and Elsie Watkin, 3 ladies who had been smartly arrested for smoking in Trafalgar Square. Indeed.
I've not seen such a device before.
Looks like an induction thingy. Activate the device, yes. Watson is fucking around with the corpses down there. You just hear and he just keels over. Ich verstehe.
The electrical charge which affected the technical cab came from here.
Maybe turn it back off so you don't fucking kill someone, Holmes, you absolute deviant.
I can see the technical cab very well from here.
Ha ha ha. Can I come in and play the race cars with the boy? Someone had a wee through the... You turned it off again. How nice. Constable. OBS to Hick, some constable.
Holmes, I was looking for you. I have an idea about the accident.
Never mind. This one is murder.
What?
What?
You? You're the murderer,
You're
eh?
off your head.
Are you sure, Holmes?
Oh yes, a murder and an accident, because the killer, by electrocuting the cab, created this chaos. And so this multiple crash is now our great chance.
Our great chance? Of what, Holmes?
The culprit could not have planned for this to happen, don't you see? And it is possible that he is still here due to the prompt arrival of the police. Now I see 5 men who could be our murderer. Let us take a look at the map.
Probably either the guy who's angry about me wanting me to fuck off, or the guy who is in sock, he says.
My poor leg.
Shot guy. I like that guy though. Where's Mr. Shockwave? If they had enlisted the horse, I would have been impressed. We've already looked at him. I already have this. Oh. Maybe the other one died. The 5th. Well, it's someone who's been drinking the wine at least. What's that on your hand? What are you wearing on your arm there? Some sort of necklace. Not a necklace, armless. Of course it's called. 5th might be a deadweight. Maybe he killed himself. That's cart dude. His horse fell over this way, so something doesn't add up over here. At least on the picture is that. No, it adds up here. The horse falls the other way on the picture. It's good that you closed off the street, but shouldn't you be getting the firemen in here sorting that shit? Well, we can't. We gotta find the Dwayne, otherwise. Without Sherlock vision, I can't find them. Let's have a look. Gotta find them all, I guess. Maybe something in here. The policeman, you say? Ah, him. This man was found not far from the flats. Perhaps he shows the way. Hmm. If he knew what was about it, well, he wouldn't have known about the explosion. That was an accident. I don't really think it's him, because the way he would have had to go over there means that he'd either have to... Not that guy, I think. This guy also seems very fine. This guy had no way of knowing that would happen if he did that to this thing. How did this guy get hurt again? Do we remember? The lamp thing does look suspicious, yeah. That's probably to make it look like an accident. I suspect this guy had something to do with the explosion, spooking this guy into there, but he couldn't have known there would be a dude here. Let's go out and have a look at them again.
My poor leg.
You were working the scaffolding, so you couldn't really have had anything. You could have been a scout. That's what you could have been. Other one's this guy with his speed cart. Can't talk to him though. And then there's this guy. Why were these wardrobes here though? And could they have known that it would knock that thing down?
What a bloody carnage.
And this thing was electrified when it fell over. We had to disable that. I think the police officers are just there to make Holmes look smart. I think this guy's a suspect. This guy... Oh, fuck's sake. Not that guy. Not that guy either. Although this guy did get past before this activated. Wait, hold on. Do we remember the order this shit happened in? Okay, so this electricity didn't happen until, let me see that picture again. The electricity happened last. It happened very, very last. That was number 13 on the list. That was the very last thing to happen. Which means that the people who had shit to do very early are the only ones that could have gotten over there and done that. Which means that it could possibly have been dude here or dude over here. I think it's one of these two. He got past before it happened. So, although if that happened, so no, it happened too quickly. It can either be this guy or this guy. I don't think it's this guy either. I think this is it. He did, yeah. I don't think he did on purpose, though. I think this guy might have had something to do with him riding into it. Although, him being there might have been... This guy might have been there to shove these over, but instead, this happened instead. I think this is probably like that. This is likely a scout, and that's the dude here. Let's say that.
No, it wasn't like that.
Oh, so I'm not... Fuck's sake.
I don't think so. I should pay more attention to details.
Well, we're not allowed to get it wrong anyway, so Holmes apparently knows what happened, so this doesn't matter. Ugh. Well, okay, we've brained as much as we can. So I guess... Can I only pick one suspect then?
No, it wasn't like that. I don't think so. I should pay more attention to details.
What details, you pillock?
I don't think so. I should pay more attention to details. I don't think so. I should pay more attention to details.
3 suspects. Well, okay, well in that case...
I don't think so. I should pay more attention to details. That's it.
Okay then. I didn't expect the worker, but okay.
Constable, I suspect 3 people here. Take them to Scotland Yard for questioning.
As long as I don't leave empty-handed, all's good and well.
I know that look, Holmes. Have you found something new?
That's right. In order to trap the cab, the killer must have known the precise route it would take. Or even, that could suggest the cab must have set out not far from here, in this very street, perhaps.
Remarkable. Holmes, I'm terribly sorry, but I must go to the hospital now to help tend to the wounded.
I understand, Watson.
But don't forget our earlier discussion. About Kate.
See that they have been lugged off to the old yard. Of the victim and suspects. All this is happening on Scotland Yard, I think. So let's go. Oh. Yeah. Supposedly the game before this one does all of this really well. Which makes me wonder what the fuck. But I kind of like that there's smaller cases in this. I think the first one of these...
Ah, Mr. Holmes, we have a slight problem.
What happened?
One of the suspects, Mr. Reginald Butcher, has escaped. It was after we asked him to put his belongings in the evidence room. I'm sorry.
How did he escape?
He hit me in the face. Took me by surprise, you know, otherwise I...
Of course. That's all?
Just before he left the yard, he shouted, "Sorry, I'll come back later."
Sorry, I'll come back later.
He could have said that without punching me.
Is Inspector Lestrade here?
No, he will be absent for a couple of days. Can we keep this incident between us?
Yeah, I kind of like that it's... I think they could have done well if they had made the cases even smaller, because then they could have worked on making them more open-ended. I can sort of understand why they try to force certain things indies because there's a lot of content to make if you make a case of a reasonable length that has many ways of them going. I think they could have probably made cases half the length they are and a little bit simpler, and then maybe made them branch more or give you more stuff.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I think that probably would have worked better. I know the previous games in this were, at least some of the ones I played a little bit of, seemed very much like it was all one big case.
The belongings of the victims, Rasco and his acolyte.
Yeah, but imagine this just being about the accident, for example. Just a tiny accident, and how many ways, if they had allowed us to go with everything, given us more clues, and allowed us to go with whatever conclusion we arrived at, instead of going, that's not right, so that we'd actually be able to homo. That would be right.
Rasco is fond of licorice. Huh.
Well, that's the dead dude, isn't it?
Rasco is fond of licorice. Huh. A normal pocket knife. A standard deck of playing cards. A Webley revolver. A police report about Rasco. He's only a minor criminal.
Oh, look at him. Known Rasco, leader of the small local gang, whose members can be identified by gang's motif, a dog tattoo. Gang's been involved in frequent violence, robbery, pickpocketing, etc. Well. They are moored. Well then.
Electrical wires.
Oh. Whose is this? Dear Mr. Garrett, we are obliged to inform you that despite your expropriation, you are still in debt to a considerable sum of money. We would request that you contact our payment service as soon as possible. Otherwise, we shall be obliged to involve the police in this unfortunate matter. Bank of England. Is this one of the dead dudes?
A book. Karl Heinzen's 1848 Der Mord, with a bookmark. This terrible passage is apparently appreciated by Garrett.
If you have to blow up half a continent to create a bloodbath in order to destroy the barbarians' party, you can be deemed to possess neither scruples nor conscience. Anyone who would not happily sacrifice his own life in the honor, spelled correctly, of exterminating a million barbarians is not a true Republican. I agree, such clear-sightedness has been noted down. Whose evidence was this again? Garrett. Okay. That was one of the dudes in that became died. Fowler and Butcher. Wasn't Butcher the guy that ran away? But his evidence is still here. Dear Mr. Butcher, your repeated absence, which is compounded by your delays with existing workload, simply cannot continue. You are responsible for a number of serious errors that your colleagues have found themselves compelled to rectify. We are sorry for your situation, as you have always been an exemplary employee. We understand the complications of your personal situation, but if you're unable to correct your behavior in the immediate future, you should be forced to terminate your contract. The directors, Underground Electric Railways Company of London.
Reginald Butcher had problems with his job. This pen is an expensive one, but it isn't new. The initials MB.
Mr. Butcher, we have the most excellent news for you. Please arrange to visit the hospital as soon as possible, so that we may conclude this matter. Her condition is stationary. Dun dun dun. Great Ormond Street Hospital, Dr.
This letter from yesterday perhaps explains why Butcher was in such a hurry. At any rate, I now have an exact address. Reginald Butcher is fond of sweets.
Maybe it's for the kid that is better. And the thing M Butcher there is his kid. Little lady.
Whiskey. Of poor quality.
My life has changed thanks to Pastor Gordon and my faith. What a picture.
My life has changed thanks to Pastor Gordon and my faith.
Couldn't rotate it?
My
no.
life... Whiskey. Of pork.
Murad. Quite a popular brand of cigarette.
Thick leather gloves. They're probably insulating.
Benjamin, my son, I would be so pleased if you could join me and help me lead our next charity banquet, which is due to take place on Sunday after the service. Your goodwill brings such joy, and I know I rely upon you. I remember how your life began in sin, your feelings rejected and alone in the world, and how you turned to the criminal path. Life began in sin. He's probably talking about him coming out of Vag. How sinful. But you have found the strength within you to make a change. You become a good man. Our Lord will have mercy upon you. I shall be happy to see you in the church soon, my son. Okay. Damn it. Benjamin Fowler has changed his worldview. Had a difficult life. Thomas Garrett supports this. Oh. Well. No. Okay. Anarchists opposed to state capitalism and the market relations, but Thomas Garrett is in debt to the bank. Criminal in the past, Benjamin Howler was a bandit when he was young, but has since changed. Oh, okay, that's what that meant. Let's go talk to whoever we found over there. Go to the hospital and fuck around. They call me ass. That's actually not true. Ow.
I'm apparently in the children's ward.
This is new to him. Kitty.
I'm apparently in the children's ward.
I like how they put the food down where the child can't reach it. Are they reusing the model of that hideous fucking thing from the first chapter? I think that's him. Here he is again. A lot of shite here. Someone died, it seems. Okay, that's probably where we need to go. That kid, once again, is ill. How many of him are there? A burnt doll. Isn't that the same doll that was in her room? Alice thingy.
Mr. Reginald Butcher, I come from Scotland Yard. Might we talk?
All right, but not too loudly. She's finally asleep.
Is she your daughter?
My pretty little Mel. She's very ill. Now look, I'm sorry I ran, but I had to see Dr. Blowberry today and the policeman wouldn't listen.
Don't worry, I understand now.
I'm sure you understand. Yeah, I didn't look at the chart. Damn it. Was this the guy that was rude and told us to fuck off? I don't think so. That's the shock guy. Oh, he's the guy with the thing. Yeah, he is shock guy. Made by his kid, I think. We're gonna go have to stab Poseidon. Missing something. It's probably the wine that's gonna end up being the clue. Married man, also position of railway work. He is obsessed, depressed due to his illness of daughter, of whom he is extremely fond. His shoes are shining. They were no doubt been recently cleaned. His expensive waistcoat, now in the shabby condition, reveals that he was previously a prosperous man. Mr. Butcher loves his daughter and is not ashamed to wear child's bracelet as place affection. Aww.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Butcher?
I work at the office of the Underground Electric Railways Company.
Then you must be familiar with electrical devices.
I am indeed. Why do you ask?
It is of no consequence, but tell me, what are the reasons behind the problems you're experiencing at work?
Problems? What do you mean?
You have already received a written warning.
Yes. I'm often late to work. My boss doesn't understand my situation. It's difficult since my daughter became ill.
I see. Coincidentally, we found one of your company's cabs in the square where the accident occurred.
Really? Why was it there?
I have no idea. Do you?
No. But a week ago we had a technical cab stolen, along with its tools. Do you think that could be the one?
It's possible.
Myelitis. Heavy mother lungs of Pablo. Dr. H. Whitehead.
Merrill Butcher.
Mr. Butcher, I confirm that we are willing to admit your daughter into the care of a hospital. You would be responsible for travel expenditure, naturally taking all appropriate precautions due to the delicate state of your daughter. Additionally, you must attend any accommodation cost, all the medical attention. The final bill cannot be summarized within this letter. It will depend, of course, upon your daughter's condition. I must warn you that some may be considerable. Dr. Co-Meeting, Karolinska University Hospital, Stockholm.
Admission file at Karolinska University Hospital in Stockholm.
She died.
Mr. Butcher's wife. Mr. Butcher's wife.
She dead. Should put this down. Oh, there we go.
Can she be cured?
It'll take a long time, but I'm confident that we'll win this fight. I can't bear to think otherwise.
Yes, probably just a question of money.
What are you talking about? It's a question of willpower, and my daughter will win.
I do hope so. Although the treatment at the Karolinska University Hospital is very expensive.
Karolinska.
Ski. Yeah, it's our only hope. Thanks to the good Dr. Blowberry, she finally has a bed. We're going out next week. It's our last chance. Do you have children?
Yes. I have a daughter too.
We'd sacrifice our lives for our children, would we not?
Nope.
Yes.
No.
Of course, yes.
I like this guy. He seems alright. Let's fuck around with the device. Well, he would have been. That doesn't mean that he did, though. Who was the anal Christ? We gotta get that sorted before we go back to Scotland as. Men are angered at me on Reddit.
Where is this inspector?
Oh, the fart, yes. Okay, so let's have a look at this shit here. Thomas Garrett is anarchist. Benjamin Fowler was criminal. Garrett anarchist, Fowler criminal. Why didn't have any debt? He's still there, that one corpse.
Please, escort this suspect for interrogation.
This is the former criminal found
Good day to
Jesus.
you. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and I am assisting the police with their investigation.
I'm Benjamin Fowler, and I was arrested by mistake. I swear it.
You have not been arrested, Mr. Fowler. You are here as a witness.
Oh, but I saw nothing. I swear. Let me go.
Was he the guy with electrical wire? I forget. Dumb haircut. Mank twat. Has a cook. Yellow fingers or opium. No. Nails are fucking yellow. Gang member is the other one here, I think. So we've got to find his tattoo. Aha! It's been removed. He's in the 40s. There's a manual. Work is involved with the reconstruction work of the square, which explains his presence at the scene of earlier. Lego Mr. Fowler has a dog tattoo, a gang member's mark, which is attempted to hide. Yellow little nails identifies the man, heavy smoker, religious mate.
Could you tell me what you were doing at the scene of the accident?
I was working on the square's statue. I work for the council. I swear it.
Yeah, Holmes is supposedly good at kids, but he's fairly indifferent towards them. Like the way he treats Ender, he's happy to use him, but not so. That's about it.
Do you ever work with electricity?
Yes, sometimes. I repair electric lampposts, but I'm not a specialist. I swear it. It's new, isn't it? And complex and dangerous.
I understand.
Mr. Holmes, I know you're a great detective and you understand me, so please let me go. I know nothing, I swear.
Yes, you swear it, I know. Mr. Fowler, does the name Rasco ring any bells with you?
First time I ever heard it, I swear.
But your tattoo resembles his. You are in his gang, are you not?
No. It was a long time ago. I already forgot. I swear it. I just picked a few pockets for him when I was a young fellow. But I ain't proud of what I did. All my family, my parents, my brothers, dogs and cats all died when I was a lad. I wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Oh, kitty. He seems so much of a dumb fuck. Let's hear out the other twats. So let's just go over his shit again. The other guy's Garrett, I think. Like, that's Roscoe shit there. The drink, the cigarettes, and the insulating gloves. That's Butcher's, and this guy is an anarchist and has electrical wire. And this man apparently doesn't wear his gloves when he smokes, otherwise he wouldn't have had such fucking yellow fingers. The drink has not come into anything.
Please, escort this suspect for interrogation. Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
Thomas Garrett. Why am I here?
You are a witness to murder.
Of course. Well, it wouldn't be the first time that the police jailed an innocent man in order to close a case.
No one has been charged yet.
Yet.
Is that the paint on him that was used to cover up the fucking thing? He is poor, works with electricity, something. He is ill. Anarchist symbol, as far as I can see. Silicosis. Ugh. Thomas Garrett is an aggressive person who wears a symbol of the anarchist. He dislikes the police and probably all authority. It is obvious that he is poor, his clothes are red and worn with Garrett's black sputum through his coughing, which is symptoms of silicosis. Mr. Garrett is ill. A specific burn upon his finger reveals that he must work with electricity. As far as I understand it, anarchy is about self-rule, not no rule. So I don't know, but it's one of those things that are adopted by malcontents and used it properly.
Did you perhaps see anything in particular during or after this disaster?
Yes. I saw part of your bourgeoisie burn up and explode. It was spectacular.
Why did you remain in the square? Why not seek shelter?
Like the rest of the sheep, there were some wounded comrades, workers. I wanted to help them.
You have a severe cough. Are you suffering?
It's only a cold.
Why not be honest with me? You are spitting up black fluid.
Yeah? Well observed. Yes, I have enough coal dust in my lungs to fuel an entire London district.
You were a miner then?
Since the age of 13, yes. At the Newcastle mines. 15 years of hell. Those were bloody times. But now it's over. I don't want to die in those holes like my father and my brothers did, in order to line the pockets of the rich.
Do you have any electrical knowledge?
How do you know about that? You a mind reader?
There are electrical wires amongst your belongings.
Clever. Yes. I teach electrics to my comrades, since I'm currently without paid work. I'm self-taught, so we're not as dumb as you might think. And I don't want to work for bosses anyway.
Well, he seems weird. I guess we have all the clues now, and we must now draw a conclusion from very little. voice grunts in her snore. Well, none of them are specialists. So I don't know. I think they probably got something from someone. Find out where the technical cab came from. Oh, let's go do that.
This is an absolute disaster.
Still closed off. Holmes vision. What? The technical cab came from here?
Mud. Oof, smells bad.
Why is everyone full of shite mud?
There was a collision here. Fresh paint, but from something else. The technical cab collided and stopped here. The lock was forced.
The barrel and bucket shop, a fine establishment. Snake nesting conspiracy addicted to St. Victor. While in the act of demolishing an old house, masons have uncovered a nest of snakes which have spawned upwards of 100 squirming reptiles. These reptiles did inhabit the bottom of a well. Long history up. In the middle of this snake nest there was Skirlington of a child who had likely plunged down the well to his or her death. Surprisingly, the Skirlington in question was still holding a red Morocco portfolio, much disintegrated apart from a unlegible strip of paper that read, "Do not reveal the plot." Well, I've lost it anyway, so that doesn't matter.
A trail of mud goes through the entire room.
Oh, nice. Gotta use my 1er and my 2-3er. Where are you? My 3-2er should do it. Yes. No. Yes. He'll do it. And my 1er. Yeah, boy. Get the fuck out of there. There. Okay, so we need a 4-3 and a fang. There you go. In you go. And the 3er. Fuck's sake, man. That's not what I wanted to do. Why I order? Oh, I see. So we need a 3-4, not a 4-3. Do we have such a creature? There we go. I like this lockpicking game, it's alright.
A workshop. Saleable items are produced here. Mud. Oof, smells bad. It looks as though the carpet was placed here intentionally.
Dun dun dun. But why did someone break in here? Hold on a second. Is that Fufu? No. Aw.
Oh. An old access point to the sewers. An old access point to the sewers.
Dun dun dun. Smells like shit. Can't even go dress Holmes back at Baker Street. London sewer. Noise. So they didn't just throw shit directly onto the street anymore here. Holmes' vision tells me nothing. Most people go right, so it's obviously left. Is there anybody there? Smell once for yes. Twice for yes. Yeah, I think the horse carriage came from the sewers, got outside the door, forced the lock from backwards, and went through there. I'm gonna put it on the middle setting. What the fuck am I doing? Seems awfully convoluted. This mechanism is worth more than most shit. Oh no, we do need to put it on half, I see. Who was the dude that ordered his soldiers to go stab at Poseidon? I can't twist this anymore. I have to go.
Better not.
Holmes, use this, please. Maybe he can only ask it when it's up. Well, that's down. Piss off, O'Toole. We'll see. I cannot touch this. Anyway. Maybe, yeah. Something tells me I can put it. This is also a good fucking pump. Something tells me I need to go back up here at some point. Ah yes, Xerxes, fine man. Is that a corpse over there in the corner? Or some fucking roots. I have to shove the thing that, for some fucking reason, doesn't fall over when shit's going down. I see. Let's hope they use the shoving noise from the... Oh, they didn't. Yeah. Actually, all this does is just empty it. Yeah, this just empties it. The water filling it is actually just the people of London shitting quickly enough for the thing to fill. What a lovely puzzle. Oh no, Holmes won't jump. Oh, now you will, but not when Watson's doing all the work. Oh, no, please, nah. fucking... Please, no. It's London, there's a lot of shit. I've been there, it's filthy. Don't you dare. Well, that's a blessing. Gotta go down here and shove some more, so we've got to get over there. I guess. So we gotta go down and shove that thing. That's empty, right? Oh shit, that's filled. Go on, you slag. Ah, I see. So where did Holmes go after interrogating two suspects? Well, he was found drowned in the sewer. Oh. Yeah, that definitely looks too difficult to get up. That would require a functioning human body. Oh, I see. Maybe this one needs to go full. Nah, we seem good. Bum bum booty bum booty bum bum. It's well lit down here. For somewhere no one is currently working. Skimps out on animation. Pump it up, push the jam. I just got an achievement. What?
A red powder. Given the circumstances, most probably iron oxide. Or just rust. Metal powder. Looks like aluminium. Magnesium strips.
Making the old bang bang. Sewer's the perfect place for that.
So, it was the goal of Rasco's gang to rob the bank. The thieves have opened almost all of the deposit boxes. They must have taken a great many valuables.
Why, I order.
The thieves have opened almost all of the deposit boxes.
That's for me right there.
They must have taken a great many valuables.
No?
The iron wall of the vault has been melted through. Still warm. This vault belongs to the Bank of England. An old map of the sewers with a red cross.
Please don't make me go back. Because we're there, so there's an exclamation mark there, and then we have to go straight across and then flatways out. Okay. So we're at the farty way here. Just gotta go back where we were. No, gotta go right ways and then up. Yeah, technical horse carriage came from the sewer. That's an odd tree over there. The door from before. Oh, now you can use your body.
All of the licorice has been eaten.
The licorice was found both at the sewers and amongst Rascal's belongings.
Murad, quite a popular brand of cigarette. Murad, quite a popular brand of cigarette. This cigarette stub is dry. It was discarded fairly recently. The tobacco's aroma is still strong. It's sweet and nutty. Metal rings. They're used to hold the barrel in one piece. A banknote. Dry, so it hasn't been here very long. These barrels are empty and unsealed. The thieves used these barrels for the loot, which they then threw into the water. I need to warn Lestrade about this.
He's out, mate. So obviously it had to do with it has to do with people eating licorice. No, there was one I hadn't looked at, wasn't there? A little exclamation mark over there. Why would he? He's a lovely man. There can only be one of them, I guess. Boo. Don't tell me it's gonna give me that shit if I press space. Yeah, no one ever works together. I think it's basically just gonna be either of the three did it. But it does say it is a moral choice. So... There's no one we can talk about anything with, so we have to solve this now. Nah. We found a bunch of licorice. Who was it that ate the licorice? Licorice and that type of cigarette. Licorice is dead, dude. What about the type of cigarette? That's Fowler. Well then. So Fowler is involved. It's probably him. Yeah. I'm guessing this. What say you, men? Yes? If the cigarettes were his, he was there packing the barrels. Which makes no fucking sense because he was at the scene and then packed barrels and then was escorted to Scotland Yard. None of them could have been packing barrels with the stuff. And I'm assuming they used the explosion to cover up the... No, actually, the bank stuff probably wasn't hidden under the explosion or anything at all. And the stuff was still warm, so that happened after the thing. So none of this makes sense. Everyone fucking died before it could happen, and then all of these were lugged off. I mean, this is likely the right choice. But it doesn't make any sense because of supposedly these people would have done stuff afterwards, and so would the dead dudes. But I think this is the one.
Mr. Fowler, you assisted Rasco in robbing the bank, and then you killed him to keep the money for yourself. You are under arrest.
What? But it's not true. I never killed anyone. I swear it.
2% of people did this. That was apparently wrong. Yep, it was wrong. Okay. That makes no fucking sense. Sick daughter dude had the motive to not do any, to not want to fuck himself over as well.
Thomas Garrett, we are arresting you for the double murder of Rusco and his accomplice in addition to the bank robbery.
Bravo! Case closed. Exactly what the bourgeoisie in power expects from you. Don't bother to look any further.
Well, if you have a solid alibi, I should like to hear it.
What for? Small people such as us are eternal victims of a corrupted justice. Do your duty then, lackey.
Also wrong, I assume. Yep. Well, I guess it was Kid Guy then, despite the other guy's cigarettes being found down at the place. This makes no fucking sense. We'll do in a bit, blood.
Mr. Butcher.
Shh. She's finally asleep. I knew you'd return.
You should go to Stockholm with your daughter. You will save her. I've made my decision. Leave now.
You understand? I was forced to do all this.
Perhaps you were.
Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Goodbye.
That irritates me. Okay, this is the last chapter, which is supposedly just a wrap up. We'll do that tomorrow. And that was crap. Yeah, I'm gonna go have something to eat, something to drink, and then we shall battle, brothers. Oh, I like the shortness of this case, but it irritates me that, like, Paul. You say that about every game we ever play, Bloodman. Anyway, I'll be back in about half an hour, 30 minutes. That's the same amount of time. I'm an idiot. T2L.